Hi, welcome to the Power 2 Pod. This is another episode here, another special with the college football playoff. This episode is going to focus on the Notre Dame Indiana game, which kicks off on Friday night on ESPN. This is going to be the 30th meeting between the two teams. Notre Dame has won 23 of them, so kind of a lopsided matchup, but historically Notre Dame's been the better program. Both teams come into this game 11-1 and have gone about it a lot differently. As we know, this is Indiana's best season in their history, but we also know they haven't had the strongest schedule coming into this. They only have one win against a team with a winning record this year, and that's Michigan. The two programs did play a common opponent with Purdue, but as we know, Purdue is probably the worst Power 4 team in the country. Notre Dame beat Purdue 66-7, and Indiana beat them 66-0. So I don't think there's much you can really take from the common matchup. If we're looking at Indiana and what they're going to have to do, their offense, which has been explosive and high scoring, except in the two games where they went against one of the very quality defenses. They went against Michigan and Ohio State's defense, which is the top two teams on their schedule, and came away with the offense really struggling. So if you're looking at what Indiana needs to do, we have to see this offense execute against a high-level defense. Indiana has not done that yet, and that kind of worries me on the Indiana side of things. They've really had two tests against top-tier defenses, and Michigan really shut them down, and so did Ohio State. We know Curtis Rorick, the quarterback, transferred in this season. Been very effective, 70% completion rate, 2,800 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He has taken a few sacks, though. He's taken 17 sacks, so hangs onto the ball a little too long. And you're really looking for can Justice Ellison and Tyson Lawton, the running backs for Indiana, really get going. I mean, they combined for 1,400 yards, with Ellison leading the way with 811 and 10 touchdowns. And then Lawton had 12 touchdowns. So this Indiana offense is going to have to be able to move the ball against Notre Dame and really stay balanced to make this a game. Now, if you're looking at Notre Dame, the same kind of narratives come in. Who have they played? They don't have the strongest strength of schedule. Their ranked wins were all against service academies and then Texas A&M, who, finished the season not on a high note there against Texas. So if you look at the current rankings, Army's their only ranked win, and Army just lost against Navy. So if you're looking for a really high-profile win, they don't have it. They do have a better win than Indiana with the win over Texas A&M. Notre Dame's really led by Jeremiah Love, the running back, and Jaden Price. If Notre Dame can pound the ball and get those guys going, that really gets the offense going, gets Leonard going, and, lets this Notre Dame offense cook. But that's also what Indiana's going to focus on. Indiana's going to try to stop the run and make Leonard beat them through the air. If Leonard can get going on the ground as well, that's another aspect of this game too. Leonard has to play good, and if he can do it both through the air and on the ground, I think Notre Dame can be pretty successful. They run a lot of read options with Love and Leonard to get that rushing offense going. And then on the defensive side of things, this is probably the best defense Indiana's faced. Al Golden has this unit cooking and, is one of the top defenses in the college football playoff. I don't know if you're going to be looking, if Notre Dame, gets a deep playoff run here, it's going to be because of that defense. Like I said, Al Golden, has really been able to lock in on this defense and get them looking like one of the best units in the country. Indiana, like I said, they like to stay balanced. So if Notre Dame can get them off schedule, get off the field on third down, Indiana, like I said, hasn't been proficient against good defenses. So I think you're really looking at this game as a low-scoring game, just because I don't think Indiana's offense has shown that it can show up against a good defense. And then, I think Notre Dame, same kind of thing. They can kind of be one-dimensional with the run game and haven't really proven to beat somebody through the air. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I think eventually, in the end of it, I think Notre Dame's going to win. I think it might be by double digits. just because how Indiana's looked against those top defenses. Like I said, they really have struggled to score. They scored 20 against Michigan and 15 against the Buckeyes. And Notre Dame's defense statistically is better than both those units. So it's going to be really hard for Indiana to pull the upset in this game, but not impossible. But like I said, I'm going with the Irish for this game, and I think it's going to be by double digits.